This is Favors Financial Topics, various topics. Male choices. Men typically do not receive material resources from women. Instead, they receive sexual access as a primary benefit. They choose based upon their own mate value. And so, again, when it comes to allocating their efforts, their financial efforts, they are basing those decisions on their own mate value and what their money can get with their mate value. So the more money they get, the more mate value they believe they have. And so if you want to cheat on them, fine, they can go get somebody else. They don't have to stay with you. They have those options. Now you can take those options. It's going to affect you much later, long term. You can use those options to your benefit. So for instance, Nick Cannon having 7 kids with 4 different women. I mean, he has the resources, right? And he receives sexual access as a primary benefit from women. And he's choosing women to procreate with based upon their mate value. But he's going to realize that it would have been better for him to stay with that long-term partner, Mariah Carey, because all of the money that he's going to have to dole out in child support, if something goes awry with the situations with the women, and he doesn't give them everything that they want, they're going to lay claim to his resources, right? Now, there was this interview of him talking about he could die in a few months or something like that, and that could be a cause for why he's choosing to have a bunch of babies with different women as a way to leave his legacy behind. But all he's doing is producing more babies who are going to have his condition, and they die early as well. But he's going to have to work for however long he can work, and he's going to have to make sure all those kids are taken care of financially. Men who tend to be more agreeable and or commitment oriented tend to attract positive attention from those women who may fall under the following guidelines. So women who are not their primary partners, who are not their primary partners, who may be of higher value than their primary partners, who may be willing to provide sexual access. Perception of alternative mates is a predictor of infidelity behavior. So whatever, in some ways, something was going on with Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey. Maybe she wasn't doing what it is that he wanted her to do. And so he decided that he was going to leave that situation and pursue alternative mates. And all of the mates, even though Nick Cannon might be perceived as having higher value based upon his income status and perception of his social perception of his mate value, none of the mates that he has gotten with have been the type of women who could hold a candle to Mariah Carey either. They are truly alternative mates. And I remember something about an interview where Mariah Carey was basically saying we could have worked it out. So it was something in him that didn't want to work it out. He wanted to pursue other types of sexual options, have access to, because with men, they think if I can get Mariah Carey, then maybe I can get someone higher than Mariah Carey, versus getting a Mariah Carey or Janet Jackson or anyone else of that magnitude and saying, let's just stay together and build the family, build our status, have a higher mate value together. So it's just interesting, the choices that we make, and we don't connect the finances to those choices, because no matter what, Mariah Carey had a higher financial bag than Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon had more network opportunities, serving in administrative and leadership roles for major production companies and TV stations and things like that. And they could have come together and really done some really good work together. But when you want to use your money to pursue higher sexual access, then we're going to see the totality of your life unless you make change. All right. Hopefully you were able to gain some insight from this series topic. Like, subscribe, and visit. Like the video, hit the notification bell for future videos. You can visit my website, which is still in development, reginayfavors.com. You can always email me with a question, reginayfavors@yahoo.com. You will be able to purchase the book by the end of October 2021. I'm hoping that I will have it completed. Completely revised rather. It is already written and done. I just have to edit it. It is Overcoming Setback, 5 Keys for Entering and Exiting Correction. Thank you for visiting the channel. Coming soon is my new book that I am working on presently and hope to complete by the end of the year, December 2021, preferably February 2022, and that is Favors Financial Recovery, Psychological Approaches to Overcoming Financial Setback with some workbook elements. So it is it will be the book that will support the audio series, although I have developed the audio series prior to actually writing the book. So be on the lookout for this new book. When it comes out, when I finish, I will create an audio introduction to the book. Thank you again for visiting the channel.